Ladies and gentlemen, power is often misunderstood. Many think it is the force that controls others or the loud voice that demands attention. But true power is far deeper. It begins within each one of us. It is the quiet strength of a steadfast heart, the unwavering courage of a spirit rooted in truth and integrity. True power begins within. It is not something you gain by asserting control over others or by accumulating wealth and influence. Rather, true power is the quiet strength that comes from the character, spirit, and integrity that reside deep inside each person. This internal power is the foundation upon which all other forms of strength are built. Without it, external achievements are fragile and fleeting. But when power is rooted within, it becomes a force that no circumstance can shake. This inner power starts with self-awareness, the clear understanding of who you are, your values, and your purpose. When you know yourself deeply, you stand firm amid life's challenges and temptations. You do not need to prove yourself to others because you are anchored by the confidence that comes from authenticity. This self-knowledge guards you against insecurity and the desire to seek approval through external validation. Instead, your power flows from an unshakable sense of identity. Moreover, internal power is built through integrity. It is the commitment to live by your principles even when it is difficult or unpopular. Integrity connects your actions with your deepest beliefs, creating harmony within your soul. This alignment builds trust, not only in yourself, but also in the eyes of others. People are naturally drawn to those who are consistent and reliable because such individuals embody true power that inspires respect. Another source of this power is emotional resilience. Life will inevitably bring pain, disappointment, and setbacks. But when your power begins within, you develop the strength to endure and grow through adversity. You learn to manage your emotions wisely instead of being ruled by them. This emotional mastery allows you to respond to difficulties with courage and wisdom rather than fear or anger. Spiritual grounding also plays a vital role in cultivating inner power. For many, this means connecting with a higher purpose or belief that transcends the everyday struggles of life. This connection offers hope and peace, strengthening the soul in ways that nothing else can. It provides a wellspring of courage and determination, enabling you to face uncertainty and challenges with unwavering faith. Furthermore, the power within manifests as a calm confidence rather than arrogance or aggression. It is a steady presence that encourages thoughtful decision making and purposeful action. This inner calm gives you the ability to influence others positively, not through force, but through example and conviction. True leaders often possess this kind of quiet power that moves people to follow not because of authority, but because of trust. Ultimately, understanding that power begins within frees you from the endless chase for external approval or control. It teaches you that your true strength lies in your character, your convictions, and your resilience. When you nurture this inner power, you become a source of light and strength, not only for yourself, but also for those around you. This is the kind of power that lasts, a power that shapes lives, transforms communities, and stands firm through every storm. Real power flows from knowing your purpose and living in alignment with it. Purpose is the compass that guides your life. It gives direction, meaning, and motivation to your daily actions. Without purpose, power is like a ship without a rudder, adrift, vulnerable to the whims of circumstance and distraction. But when you clearly understand why you exist and what you are meant to accomplish, your power becomes focused, intentional, and unstoppable. Knowing your purpose begins with deep reflection and honest self-examination. It requires asking fundamental questions. What drives me? What legacy do I want to leave? What talents or passions has life given me to serve others? These questions help you uncover the unique role you are meant to play in the world. Purpose is not simply about personal success or ambition. It is about discovering the way you can contribute meaningfully to the lives of others and to the greater good. Living in alignment with your purpose transforms your energy and effectiveness. When your actions reflect your deepest values and goals, You move with clarity and determination. This alignment acts as a filter, helping you say no to distractions and yes to opportunities that support your mission. It reduces confusion and indecision because your choices are no longer about convenience or fleeting desires, but about serving a higher vision. Moreover, purpose-driven power sustains motivation through challenges. Life will inevitably present obstacles, doubts, and setbacks, but a clear sense of purpose fuels perseverance. When you are connected to a cause greater than yourself, you find strength to keep going, even when the path is difficult. Purpose turns hardships into stepping stones, setbacks into lessons, and moments of despair into renewed hope. Purpose also shapes the way others see and respond to your power. People are naturally drawn to those who are passionate and purposeful because such individuals radiate authenticity and confidence. Your commitment to a meaningful mission inspires trust and respect, making your influence more powerful and far-reaching. This is the power of example. It motivates others to find and live their own purpose, creating a ripple effect of positive impact. Living in alignment with purpose requires ongoing commitment and discipline. It means regularly revisiting your goals and values, adjusting course as needed, and being intentional about how you invest your time and energy. Purpose is not a one-time discovery, but a lifelong journey. As you grow and change, so too will your understanding of your mission and how best to fulfill it. In summary, power rooted in purpose is purposeful power. It is power that is directed, meaningful, and enduring. When you know your purpose and live in harmony with it, your influence multiplies, your motivation deepens, and your life gains profound significance. This kind of power does not fade with circumstances or time. It builds a legacy that lasts beyond your years. Life's challenges are inevitable, but true power is revealed in how we respond to adversity. Power to overcome adversity is not simply about enduring hardship. It is about rising above difficulties with courage, resilience, and faith. It is through overcoming obstacles that character is forged and strength is magnified. Those who are truly powerful do not allow setbacks to define or defeat them. Instead, they use adversity as a catalyst for growth and transformation. Adversity tests our inner resources. It exposes doubts, fears, and limitations, forcing us to confront realities we might otherwise avoid. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of trial that power can be discovered or deepened. The difference between those who falter and those who triumph often lies in mindset. The powerful recognize that challenges are temporary and manageable. They view obstacles not as barriers, but as opportunities to learn, adapt, and improve. Rising above adversity requires resilience, the ability to bounce back from failure, pain, or loss. Resilience is cultivated through experience, mindset, and sometimes faith. It is not about denying difficulty, but about refusing to be overcome by it. Resilient individuals maintain hope and focus. Even when circumstances are bleak, they find ways to move forward, often through small, persistent steps that eventually lead to significant progress. Faith plays a critical role in overcoming adversity for many. Belief in a higher purpose or divine plan provides strength beyond human capability. Faith offers comfort in suffering and assurance that difficulties have meaning and will pass. This spiritual dimension of power reinforces resilience and courage, enabling people to endure hardships that might otherwise overwhelm them. Adversity also reveals the importance of perspective. Powerful individuals learn to see beyond immediate pain and frustration. They maintain a long-term vision and remember that every trial carries the potential for a greater blessing or lesson. This outlook helps prevent despair and encourages perseverance. It reframes challenges as part of a larger journey towards success and fulfillment. Moreover, overcoming adversity often builds empathy and compassion. Experiencing hardship personally allows one to understand and support others facing similar struggles. This deepened empathy enhances leadership and influence as people are drawn to those who have walked through difficult paths and emerged stronger. Power gained through adversity is often coupled with humility and a desire to serve. It is important to remember that no one overcomes adversity alone. Support from family, friends, mentors, and community can provide encouragement and practical help. Powerful individuals recognize the value of seeking assistance and building relationships that strengthen their resilience. This interconnectedness is part of true power, demonstrating that strength includes the willingness to be vulnerable and rely on others when necessary. In conclusion, power to overcome adversity is about more than surviving. It is about thriving in spite of hardship. It is cultivated through resilience, faith, perspective, and support. Those who rise above challenges become stronger, wiser, and more influential. Their power is not temporary or superficial, but deeply rooted in their ability to transform trials into triumphs. True power is most profoundly expressed not through domination or pride, but through humility and service. In a world that often equates power with control, authority, or status, the real essence of power is found in the willingness to serve others with a humble heart. This kind of power is transformational. It builds bridges, fosters trust, and creates lasting impact in ways that force and arrogance never can. Humility is the foundation of genuine power. It is the recognition that no matter how much strength, talent, or achievement one possesses, there is always room to learn, grow, and serve. Humility keeps a person grounded and open, preventing the ego from overshadowing wisdom and compassion. It allows power to be exercised with kindness and respect, rather than with harshness or selfishness. Serving others is the practical outworking of humility. When a powerful person chooses to serve, they shift their focus from self-interest to the well-being of others. This service is not about weakness or submission, but about strength used for a higher purpose. It means listening to needs, offering support, and acting with generosity and love. Serving empowers those who receive help and elevates the one who gives it by connecting them to something greater than themselves. The power of humility and service is evident in history's greatest leaders and changemakers. Their influence was not built on coercion, but on their genuine care for people and their communities. This form of power inspires loyalty, respect, and cooperation because it acknowledges the value and dignity of every individual. People follow those who serve because they feel seen, heard, and valued. Humility also fosters self-awareness and accountability. A humble person recognizes their limitations and is willing to admit mistakes. This openness builds trust and credibility, which are essential for lasting influence. It also invites collaboration and collective problem solving, enhancing the effectiveness of leadership and service. Furthermore, service as an expression of power breaks down barriers and unites diverse groups. In serving others, differences of status, background, and opinion become less significant. The act of serving builds relationships based on empathy and mutual respect. This relational power creates communities that are stronger, more resilient, and more compassionate. Choosing humility and service is often countercultural, especially in societies that prize individual achievement and competition. Yet it is precisely this choice that leads to true greatness. The most powerful individuals are those who, despite their abilities and successes, remain humble and dedicate themselves to lifting others. In everyday life, expressing power through humility and service means prioritizing kindness over dominance, listening over speaking, and giving over taking. It calls for a heart that seeks to understand and meet the needs of others. When power is exercised in this way, it becomes a force for healing, justice, and peace. In summary, the power found in humility and service is enduring and transformative. It challenges conventional ideas of strength and leadership, inviting us to embrace a higher calling. By choosing to serve others with a humble spirit, we unlock a power that not only changes lives, but also honors the true dignity of humanity. The power of faith and conviction is a profound source of strength that empowers individuals to face life's uncertainties with courage and resilience. Faith is more than a passive belief. It is an active trust in something greater than ourselves, whether that be a higher power, a guiding principle, or an unshakable truth. Conviction, on the other hand, is the firm, unwavering commitment to what we believe is right and true. Together, Faith and conviction form a powerful foundation that anchors us through challenges and propels us toward our goals. Faith provides a sense of hope and assurance, especially in moments of doubt and difficulty. When circumstances seem overwhelming or the future uncertain, faith offers a steadying force. It reminds us that we are not alone and that there is a purpose behind our struggles. This spiritual confidence encourages us to persevere, knowing that obstacles are temporary and that a greater plan is at work. Faith fuels optimism and helps us maintain focus on what truly matters. Conviction strengthens this faith by transforming belief into action. It is not enough to simply believe. Conviction compels us to live out our values consistently. This steadfast commitment provides clarity and direction, helping us resist the pressures to compromise or give up. When conviction is strong, we stand firm even when faced with opposition or setbacks. It becomes the inner voice that guides our decisions and sustains our motivation. The power of faith and conviction also shapes our identity and self-worth. Knowing what we believe and why we believe it instills confidence and purpose. It frees us from the need for constant external validation because our sense of value comes from within and from alignment with our principles. This internal assurance enables us to face criticism, fear, and uncertainty with courage rather than retreat. Moreover, faith and conviction inspire resilience. They encourage us to view challenges as part of a larger journey rather than insurmountable obstacles. This mindset allows us to learn from setbacks and remain hopeful about the future. The resilience born of faith and conviction equips us to recover more quickly and continue pursuing our goals with renewed energy. This power also influences how we interact with others. People who live by strong faith and conviction often become sources of encouragement and strength to those around them. Their unwavering commitment inspires trust and respect, creating a ripple effect that uplifts communities and fosters positive change. The courage to stand for what is right, even in difficult times, can motivate others to find their own inner strength. In practical terms, nurturing faith and conviction involves regular reflection, study, and connection with supportive communities. These practices deepen our understanding and commitment, helping us remain grounded and focused. Cultivating faith is not a one-time event, but a continual process of growth and renewal. In summary, the power of faith and conviction is a vital force that anchors us in uncertainty, motivates steadfast action, and fosters resilience. It shapes our identity, fuels hope, and inspires others. By embracing and nurturing this power, we equip ourselves to face life's challenges with courage and purpose, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. True power is not only measured by what you achieve alone, but by the positive influence and inspiration you bring to others. The power to influence and inspire is one of the most profound expressions of personal strength. When your actions, words, and character motivate others to discover their own potential and live with purpose, your power multiplies exponentially. This kind of power creates a ripple effect, touching lives far beyond your immediate reach and contributing to a legacy that lasts. Influence begins with authenticity. People are drawn to those who are genuine, consistent, and true to their values. When you live your truth openly and courageously, you inspire others to do the same. Authenticity builds trust, a cornerstone of influence. Without trust, people are unlikely to listen or follow. But when trust is present, your ideas and example have the power to spark transformation in others. Inspiring others requires vision and passion. When you have a clear vision of what is possible and pursue it with enthusiasm, your energy becomes contagious. Passion ignites hope and possibility in those around you, encouraging them to rise above limitations and believe in their own capabilities. Your conviction shows them that greatness is attainable and worth striving for. Effective influence also demands empathy and understanding. To inspire others, you must connect with their experiences, hopes, and challenges. By listening deeply and showing genuine concern, you create a space where people feel valued and supported. This connection fosters openness and receptivity to your message. People are more willing to change or grow when they feel seen and understood. The power to influence and inspire is not about control or manipulation. It is about empowering others to make their own choices and take responsibility for their lives. True leaders guide by example and encouragement rather than coercion. They provide tools, knowledge, and support, helping others uncover their own strengths and possibilities. This kind of power can transform communities and organizations. When individuals are inspired, they contribute their best efforts and ideas, creating a culture of collaboration and innovation. The influence of one empowered person can cascade, motivating whole groups towards shared goals and positive change. However, with this power comes great responsibility. The ability to influence must be used ethically and wisely. Inspiring others means leading with integrity, humility, and respect. Misusing influence for selfish gain or manipulation damages trust and undermines true power. Responsible influence builds up, nurtures growth, and honors the dignity of every person. Finally, cultivating the power to influence and inspire requires continuous self-development. It involves strengthening your own character, communication skills, and emotional intelligence. It means learning from both successes and failures and remaining committed to personal growth. As you develop, so does your capacity to impact others positively. In conclusion, the power to influence and inspire is a dynamic force that extends beyond personal achievement. Rooted in authenticity, passion, empathy, and ethical responsibility, it motivates others to realize their potential and contributes to lasting, meaningful change. When embraced and exercised with wisdom, this power can shape a better future for individuals and communities alike. The journey to true power is a continuous process of growth and self-improvement. It is not a destination reached overnight, but a lifelong commitment to becoming better, wiser, and stronger in every area of life. Embracing this journey means understanding that power is dynamic. It expands and deepens as you develop your skills, character, and understanding. This ongoing pursuit of growth is essential for sustaining influence, overcoming new challenges, and fulfilling your purpose. Personal development begins with a willingness to be honest with yourself. Recognizing your strengths is important, but equally vital is acknowledging your weaknesses and areas for improvement. Growth requires humility and the courage to face uncomfortable truths. By identifying what holds you back, you can take deliberate steps to overcome limitations and build new capabilities. This self-awareness is the foundation of all meaningful progress. Learning is a key component of growth. True power grows when you commit to expanding your knowledge, skills, and perspectives. This might involve formal education, self-study, mentorship, or life experiences. Openness to new ideas and feedback fuels continuous improvement. It keeps your mind sharp and adaptable in a world that is constantly changing. Without ongoing learning, power stagnates and becomes outdated. Discipline plays a critical role in personal development. Growth is rarely effortless. It requires consistent effort, focus, and resilience. Discipline helps you maintain habits and routines that support your goals. Even when motivation wanes, it enables you to prioritize long-term benefits over short-term gratification. Through discipline, small daily actions accumulate into significant transformation over time. Emotional intelligence also advances your journey toward true power. Developing the ability to understand and manage your own emotions, as well as empathize with others, enhances your relationships and decision-making. Emotional intelligence fosters patience, self-control, and effective communication, all crucial qualities for leadership and influence. It also helps you navigate setbacks with grace and composure. Another essential element is adaptability. Life's circumstances and challenges evolve, and power depends on your capacity to adjust accordingly. Embracing change rather than resisting it opens new opportunities for growth. Adaptability encourages creative problem solving and flexibility, preventing you from becoming rigid or stuck in ineffective patterns. Those who grow continuously are able to pivot and thrive amid uncertainty. The journey toward power is also deeply personal and spiritual for many. It often involves cultivating inner peace, purpose, and connection to something greater than oneself. This spiritual growth grounds and sustains your efforts, providing meaning beyond external achievements. It shapes character and fosters qualities such as compassion, integrity, and humility that are hallmarks of true power. Finally, growth requires patience and perseverance. Significant development does not happen instantly. It demands sustained effort through successes and failures alike. The willingness to keep moving forward, learning from each experience, and refining your approach is what ultimately builds lasting power. Each step on this path strengthens your foundation and expands your potential. In summary, the journey of growth and development is essential to true power. It involves self-awareness, learning discipline, emotional intelligence, adaptability, spiritual grounding, and perseverance. By committing to this ongoing process, you build a resilient, dynamic power that endures through life's changes and challenges, empowering you to live with purpose and influence.